Hello, everyone. So I'm going to be including one more instrument into our watch list for the week, and this time around, we are going to be looking at the USDJPY from a technical standpoint in order to identify a potential trading activity for the new week. Well, it was quite a profitable trade for us during the previous week as we were able to scoop over 500 pips after taking advantage of the buy opportunity at the breakout of the potential reversal pattern we identified on the daily time frame. And for the sake of clarity here and talking about last week's trading session, I would like to share with you some key moments that we had during the course of the week. So this was what we were able to spot at the beginning of the week, where we had a simple setup just right around the 134.480 and the 133.900, just a little bit right above the neckline area of that reversal pattern, we identified prior to the beginning of last week. So we had this whole situation running for into the New York session on Monday, as we saw price action break out of the resistance line, hereby giving us our first buy position for the week. And at this point, we were thinking that price action will continue further to the upside, as you can see here. But we later realized that the bullish momentum wasn't really that strong enough to maintain that move, and we moved our stop loss, secured the position, and as you can see here, we saw our price action broke down the trend line to negate any further bullish attempt at this point. So it was quite an interesting situation during the midweek, where we saw some choppy situation happened, leading into a breakdown of that neckline at the 133.800, which actually gave us some selling opportunities at some point. And we saw buy pressure resume again, taking us out of our sell position with not that significant profit actually at that point. Then on the 26th of April, we begin to see that buyers are beginning to gain some momentum. And at this point, I told us all that buy pressure has resumed, as we are going to be looking forward to buying opportunity above the 133.800. And this was what we were looking forward to. As we can see, we identified a potential reversal pattern, and then we saw price broke out of that structure, and at this point we had a signal that we are going in for that reversal pattern that we have been waiting for in the last couple of weeks. And as you can see here, we had the privilege of adding more positions to our existing trade as price action broke out of key structures like the 134.170, 134.480 and the 135.00 level, hereby leading into a situation where price action hit our TP target zone with a minimum of 500 pips, considering the multiple entries that we had. So it was quite a profitable week for us on the USDJPY, and if you do want to check out how we took advantage of this trading opportunity, I will be dropping the link to this commentary in the description box below. But if you are watching this from my YouTube channel, you will definitely see it at the top right hand side of your screen. So with that being said, here let's dive right into the live chat, and what we are going to be doing first of all is to look at the daily time frame. And for the sake of the time, I will dive right into the current structure. So if you do want to see how we got to this point, I would advise that you check my previous videos on the USDJPY. So for the sake of next week, which is going to be the beginning of a new month, this is the simple setup that we have here, and this will be what we are going to be using to identify our potential trading opportunity for the week. So right here we have the 133.800 level, which has been our key level for the last 2 weeks in this market, after identifying this reversal pattern here, looking more like a double bottom structure actually. And we have the neckline of that reversal pattern identified at the 133.800. And with this whole situation here, Confirming the reversal pattern was the breakout of the structure. Price action came back to do retest of structure during the course of last week's trading session to give us this bullish engulfing candle that sprang out of the 133.800 level to confirm the validity of that reversal pattern. Now that we have this whole situation figured out, what is going to be our plans for the new week? Well, I was able to identify a simple setup that we can actually use, as this current setup here still needs a level of patience at this point, as we still need some confirmations to be able to be part of any potential opportunity. So we shall be looking at that when we scale down to the 4 hours time frame. But before we go down into the 4 hours time frame, it is very important that we keep tabs with the fundamentals. That is, we want to see what majority in the market are looking forward to in terms of high impact macroeconomic event, as this will be serving as a catalyst for us, as we need that volatility to help us move price action. So in that regard, when I looked at the economic calendar for this week, this was what I was able to pull out. On Monday, May 1st, we have the highest manufacturing PMI, which is an index that shows the business condition in the US manufacturing sector. And generally, a result above 50 is always a positive sign for the US dollar, and a result below 50 is seen as a negative impression for the US economy. And with this whole situation here, we have a previous data at 46.3, and we have a consensus projection of 46.2. So we are going to be looking forward to see what the actual data will be. And then the next high impact event wouldn't be coming in here until Wednesday. On Wednesday, May 3rd, we have the ADP employment change, which is released by the Automatic Data Processing Incorporation. And this is a measure of the change in the number of employed personnel in the US. It's another high impact event we are going to be looking forward to. We have a 145,000 previous data, and we have a projection of 150,000. That is on the positive side too as well. Then we also have the ISM Services PMI, which shows the business condition in the US non-manufacturing sector. And this also has a level of positivity, as we have a projection of 53.1 as against the previous data of 51.2. Then on that same day, the almighty FOMC is coming in, which is one major event that majority in the market are actually looking forward to, as we all know that there is this high speculation that there's likely going to be a 25 basis point rate hike on Wednesday, so which everyone is obviously looking forward to as well. Then we also have the monetary policy statement, the FOMC press conference. Then on Friday, May 5, comes the all-important non-farm payroll, which is one of the major events we're also looking forward to this week. And this presents the number of new jobs created during the previous month in all non-agricultural businesses. So this is a very high impact event that we are going to be looking forward to, and definitely we are going to be seeing the reflection of this anticipation on the chart as price action. So with that being said here, let's dive right into the 4 hours time frame, where I said I was able to identify a simple setup that I think we can use to guide whatever decision we are going to be making for this week. So here we are on the 4 hours time frame, and I have a couple of key level after identifying the fact that price action has been bullish since the mid-month of March. Now look at this whole situation here, and the first thing you will first acknowledge is the fact that we had the breakout of the 135.00 level during the later part of the previous week, as we can see, with an engulfing bullish candle. And prior to this event, we saw how the 135.00 level had been a strong selling niche in this market. You can see in the month of March, I think the second week of the month of March, we saw our price has been trading below the 135.00 area to further emphasize the strength of the sellers in this market. However, the bullish momentum we have here, which is more evident after connecting the series of higher lows, we have a bullish trend line in that regard, led to a final breakout of that resistance line at the 135.00 area to set the tone for a bullish momentum going into the new month. But one thing about this whole structure is that we'll still need some level of confirmation to be part of this move, as we cannot just jump into any buy position at this point, as it wouldn't be reasonable to jump in front of a moving trend. So we'll still need some level of confirmation to happen for us to be part of a trend continuation. And from a technical standpoint, whenever we have a breakout of a key structure like this, that is the 135.0 level with this case scenario, there is a likelihood that price action will still probably come back to do a retest of that structure, or even the trend line here, probably with a sharp rejection, reversal pattern appearing above the structure or around this level on our lower time frame to confirm the trend continuation to the upside. And if a further breakout of the 137.00 area, another level which has a selling niche at one point, memory for selling niche at one point in time, if this level also is broken, then we look out for more opportunity to add more position to our existing trade. But if it so happens that price action drops below the 135.00 level, probably breaking down the bullish trend line, then at this point we might likely be seen at this as a signal that we might be going bearish, hereby making this breakout of structure a false one. So these are scenarios we are going to be looking forward to going into the new week. And another thing that we could also take into consideration while monitoring this price action is to see if this old impulsive move here will transition into a trend continuation pattern, probably in the form of a flag pattern or bullish rectangular pattern where price action goes into a chopper situation, breakouts, retest of structure to confirm this trend continuation to the upside, which might likely break out of the 137.00 level to incite another wave of bullish momentum in this market. So these are the things I'm going to be looking forward to going into the new week. But be rest assured that I will be with you in the comment section. After monitoring our participants in this market, we'll be reacting to the structure here, especially around the 136.100 level, to decide what our next line of action will be. I hope this video has been of immense help in making your personal decision on the USDJPY, and if it did, kindly support this project by clicking the like button. You would also want to follow me on my TradingView platform at Dark Sharing. The ID is written right at the top and side of your screen here, so that you can be part of the daily commentaries I normally share in the comment section of all of my videos. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you right in the comment section on Monday as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye-bye.